I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I hate the sound of that. I hate the idea from the time I went to inpatient care and rehab, recovering. I don't want to be recovering for life. I want to be cured. I want it to be over. And I even argued with them, of course, because of who I am. about, no, I'm going to quit and I'm cured. And they're like, no, this is a lifelong journey process. I'm a recovering target panic archer. I hate the sound of that. But I hear people who are shooting at the top of the game say that they're always fighting it. They're always working at it. So I think there's a parallel there that once you've had target panic, you're recovering for life. You never find a cure. Short of a device, perhaps, maybe a clicker or something, which is not an option for me. So I'm recovering. But I've made huge steps. And I've been hesitant to do this video because it's too good to be true. And I keep thinking, okay, this is not going to last. It's going to go away tomorrow. Let me sleep on it. I go out the next day and shoot. And well, tomorrow I'm really going to have problems. But so far that's not been true. So I'm brave enough, bold enough now to make a video and give credit where credit's due. Hey, I'm man enough to say that Joel Turner really helped me here. And it was interesting because some of this stuff he talked through, Rod teaches as well. We just put different words with it. But it seemed to click for me. And I'll be honest, we exchanged text for quite a while, and then we jumped on the phone for probably an hour and a half. And little simple thing that really enabled me. It was all I needed to now make some huge steps. And I'm going to share that with you. So the first thing was when I began really methodology, a shooting process. And that we talk about that all the time. What is your shooting process, but I think people say that and they kind of think they do, but they don't know to the degree it has to go to really be able to get you at the top of the game and stay there. And I want to work through some of that. So I had a process, but I used that process when I was just starting to compete at a high level, and Rod really gave me a step-by-step process. I taught myself through every aspect of that shot process in my head. And it was prescriptive, like a checklist. And this is where Joel really helped. He knows my background, and he said, as an Army aviator starting a helicopter, you follow a checklist. Now, can I start that helicopter without a checklist? Absolutely. But you're going to start missing steps, and you're going to short circuit that process. And you're probably going to make mistakes. The problem with archery is I did the same thing. I used that step-by-step process until it was so ingrained in me and so straightforward and easy that I didn't think about it anymore. I just did it. But I kept reducing the time on that thing. It just kept happening faster and faster and faster and faster until before long, the second my tip hit the dot, boom, shot's gone, and I started shooting out of control. And I could no longer control it. And it's been 12 years. I've been fighting target panic 12 years. Went into hiding for a long period of time. And really what Joel helped me with is to go back to put words and remove thoughts. Put words in, because words are action, and don't let those thoughts enter your mind. Thinking is what he said. But I want to talk about thoughts in a minute, because that's key for me. So one of the things that helped me most was to put a safety on my gun. He talked to me about, I aim at a squirrel all day long, and I've got the crosshairs on it, sitting there looking at it. Then I reach up, take the safety off. Then I put my finger on the trigger. Then I start squeezing. Put that on your bow. Put a safety on your bow. You can't even think about increasing tension and going through the rest of that shot process to conclusion until you've taken the safety off the bow. But you're aiming before you take the safety off the bow. And it makes total sense to me. And so, we talked about a lot of things, and I went out in the backyard and I just said, there's a safety on the bow. And I started with something he suggested, 2 fingers on the front of my bow And that was my safety. And I would aim, get on the dot, and then say, okay, when I'm ready, take the safety off. And then I remove the safety, and then I have permission to continue the shot process. That worked, but I struggled with my hand position, putting the fingers there. So I've been able to transition. He said it could be anything, blinking your eyes, tapping your big toe, whatever it is, but you have to do something to take the safety off. And now it's working for me. I'm drawing the bow and I'm just saying to myself, the safety's on, the safety's on. The safety is on the bow. And I'm able to hold it there. And it scared me. I just held it on the dot. Then I said to myself consciously, take the safety off. Words, action. Take the safety off. I took the safety off. Okay, now you can proceed with your shot process. And that was putting some more, for me, pushing toward target with the front end. When I do that, I have a really good bow arm. When I don't, I have a little bit of collapse with that bow hand. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And then increasing tension in the back and pulling through the shot to conclusion. It worked. It worked. I shot a 535 600 round yesterday. Shot a 539 today. 275 for 300. I don't know what to say. It works. Now, I'm having little bitty things go wrong here. Okay, so let me talk you through those. One, it's not this thoughts in my mind, the thoughts that just pop and enter my mind. Not so much like it used to be when I was panicked, which was, don't screw this up. You better hurry up and get off the string before you do screw it up. I got to shoot a 10. I got to shoot a 10. People are watching me. Somebody's recording me on a phone. All of those things, that's not entering my mind now. But what I'm catching, I'm trying to completely clear my mind and think nothing but the safety's on. The safety's on. All right, you're aiming. Take the safety off. All right, engage that front end good. That's nice. Yep, pushing to target. Increase tension. Boom, to conclusion. All right, I'm trying to get everything out of my mind but that. But what I've seen is, like today, I'm shooting at a dog, Randy. I wish the dog would get behind me. And boom, I'm in an 8. I'm a 7. Right? I'm going to make a video about this. What am I going to say in the video? Those thoughts enter my mind at anchor. Like little things, just, what time is it? What do I have to do? Just anything that enters your mind. I've noticed the correlation of any thought and not a gold. That's where I shoot the 7s and 8s, is when anything comes into my mind. So I'm working hard to mentally control everything going on in my head when I'm executing that shot. And I think that's going to make I know that's going to make a huge difference as I continue shooting. So clearing the mind key. 2 things that are causing some little problems for me that I got to clean up that are easily workable. One's the bow arm. Again, if I'm not engaged in the front and pushing to target, I'm collapsing a little bit. That's causing left impacts right on the 8-9 line or just inside the 8, and then a little bit of pluck. And if I pluck at all, it's a high right every time. That's where I'm getting the 8s and 7s as well. So pluck and bow arm, those are mechanics. Those are things that I can fix easily. So for me, focus is one, clear your mind. Have a clear process of thought, which is, for me, take the safety off, engage the tension, increase tension, expansion to conclusion. Boom. But I'm methodically talking myself through that as I execute it, and then keep the thoughts out of my mind as I do it. Good bow, good front end, bow hand, and straight through, no plug. Watch those fingers. That's it, man. I hope you're improving. I hope you're having a good winter, and I hope this helps somebody in some way. Shoot 'em.